The first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. The Magic have showed up hungry and determined to fight for what they believe is rightfully theirs. Will they be able to break the stalemate and come out on top against the Celtics? Round 1 of the NBA playoffs continues.
Welcome, everyone, to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. We're all tied at 1-1. If the first two games have been any indication, we should be in for a great series.
I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge.
And now the opening lineup for Boston.
Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum.
And it's Porzingis in at the 5. And for Orlando,
sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr.
And it's Suggs in at the point. Now here's White. Porzingis with a screen on Caldwell Pope. White. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Carter. There's the triple. Nice D from Porzingis.
Tatum against Suggs. Outside Tatum.
Porzingis fires the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, at center, Porzingis gives you a true 3-level scorer. That's why he's so valuable offensively.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. And Wagner has it in the corner. Clock at 4. Releases. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Tatum looking around. Over Banchero. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
Well, very few guys take advantage of space in the mid-range like Tatum. He's an assassin from that area.
Banchero finds Wagner. Carter with a screen on Brown. Here's Wagner. Porzingis with the block. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Wide, a screen on Banchero. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Jalen Suggs.
Well, there's a high percentage look for Tatum. The defense did what it could.
First one falls for. And so Tatum nails them both.
Well, there's no question that Tatum is one of the best scorers in the game today. And because he was so good at such a young age, it's easy to forget how young he still is.
Caldwell Pope with a wide open look, sinks the three-pointer.
Well, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Porzingis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Porzingis has got 5 now.
And nice use of size by Porzingis inside, able to practically play on top of the D.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He wants to talk to his guy.
Mo Wagner's checked in for the Magic. Al Horford, he's checked in for the Celtics.
Suggs against Holiday.
Suggs kicks to Caldwell Pope. Wagner passes to Wagner. Back to Wagner. The Magic need to get a shot off here. The Magic again can't hit.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Outside, Porzingis. Inside. Here's Brown, and there are the Celtics with another basket.
That's just Jaylen Brown putting in the work in close.
There's 53 seconds left here in the first quarter. Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Wagner. Banked in off the glass. Wagner's got his second bucket.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Porzingis can't hit. And Wagner's got the ball here for Orlando. Trailing by 4. They won their last game Monday night.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And those are the games you need as a squad. Proving to yourself you can go win in a hostile environment.
White with it. He's off on that one. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Celtics lead by 4. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
And Orlando has possession. 4-point game on the court for the Celtics. Second quarter underway. Tatum and Horford man the post position. And it's Pritchard in at the point.
Defensive foul.
The Magic shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for one, Paolo Banchero.
Paper, Paolo Banchero has so many appealing attributes. His size, build, the ability to find shots. You can easily see why scouts were enamored with this guy as a prospect.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Tatum. Over Banchero. Tatum's shot is off.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
And that one's good, Wagner.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Here's Pritchard. Tatum on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Tatum using his size inside.
Yeah, the closer Tatum gets, the easier it is for him. His touch is just so good.
Wagner with a screen for Banchero. Driving the lane and finished off by Banchero.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. See some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Pulls up on the wing. And it's Wagner with the rebound.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the leaner's probably not the best option on that shot.
Yeah, I like when Anthony attacks like this, forcing the defense into a tough position.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Yeah, Cole Anthony is a spark plug. He can be a scorer or he can run the offense. Cole's versatility is vital for this team.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Wendell Carter comes in for Goga Bitadze. And it's Suggs in for Mo Wagner. And Anthony drops them both. Celtics trail by 3. Outside, Horford. Holiday against Anthony. The 3 from Tatum. Tatum with another miss.
You can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Now, here's Suggs. He's guarded closely. Pocket 6. Banchero finds Carter. Great positioning on the putback. Carter's got the lead up to 5 now for the Magic.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Holiday. Hasn't made one yet. Outside, Horford. Pass to Pritchard. Over Suggs. A shot by Pritchard, no good. On offense, here are the Magic. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Black kicks to Suggs. Banchero outside. From outside, off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Holiday. Rebound by Paolo Banchero.
You got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Black the pass to Anthony. Good ball movement here by the Magic. They double him with Horford. And it's Carter missing. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 5. Rebounded by Anthony. Here's Orlando now. They're on an 11-2 run. With the drive. Black, no good. Celtics trail by 5. Pass to Horford. Tatum against Anthony. Here's Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Anthony. Tatum passes to Porzingis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. That one is off. And the second free throw, good. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Orlando out in front as they end the second quarter with a big 11-3 run. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get
some great postseason action in the first half of play. A healthy lead has been built for the Orlando Magic.
Well, they've got this crowd on the edge of their seats. It's been one heck of a game. And if they continue to play well, they're going to take control of this series.
Wouldn't that be a nice treat for these fans? Checking out the circumstances for the Orlando Magic. They were able to take a game on the road, capturing home court advantage. Shaq, how important is Game 3 for them?
Well, Game 3 is always huge. They took care of business on the road. Now they have to, I'm gonna hit you guys with a big word. Now they have to capitalize on it.
Ooh. Well, it won't be easy, but I'm going to make a prediction, guys. You ready?
No, but go
Whoever
ahead.
wins this Game 3, they win the series.
That is bold, Kenny. I sort of like it. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round 1. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
There must be ice water in his veins. Such an important game, and he plays superb basketball in that opening half.
Yeah, kind of what you expect from a guy of his caliber. Don't be surprised if his second half is just as good.
In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards, and it's Carter in at the 5, down low. That's the group starting the second half for Jamal Mosley. Now, here's Banchero. 16 feet away, and it's Carter missing. Brown feeling it out a bit. Outside Tatum. Here's Porzingis. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Porzingis has got 8.
Well, there's a little old school from Porzingis, using that mid-range.
Wagner kicks to Carter. To the inside. And stolen by White. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. And it's Brown that time on the assist by White. Brown's got it all tied up now for the Celtics. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Here they come, Magic team. Make some noise. It's time for your 407 dance beat.
Wagner on the wing. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Back to Wagner. Banchero, a screen on Brown. 5 to shoot. Here's Wagner. Second chance shot, and the layup is up and in. He has 6.
Well, you have to deny the entry to Wagner. He's just automatic around the rim.
And here is Tatum. He's covered by Banchero. Orlando leading. Pass to Wagner. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Now Suggs to the paint. Here's Caldwell Pope, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Well, Caldwell Pope is one of those guys who just loves to come after you.
Down low, here's Porzingis, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And that's now 10 points for Porzingis.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Suggs, screen on White. Back to Suggs. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely. Suggs has got his first basket of the night. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Orlando making some changes. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Carter. Mo Wagner comes in for Banchero. And Black's subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope. We've got 1:18 left in the third. Here's Pritchard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. For Boston, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Inside, it's stolen by Brown. Pritchard passes to Brown. Lays it up and banks it in. And it's 6 points for Jaylen Brown.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Wagner passes to Wagner. Suggs against Holiday. There's the 3. And it's Suggs missing. Celtics have gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. And Holiday gets to Brown. For the lead, it's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists tonight.
And you can see they're waking up after what was a sluggish first half for them offensively. They've been much more accurate from the field since halftime.
Now, here's Wagner. He's got 6. Just 5 to shoot. For the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Wagner's got 9. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Orlando out in front, leading by just 1. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this one?
Yeah, that's great decision-making and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
NBA playoff round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. On the floor for Boston, Tatum in the front court alongside Horford. And it's Pritchard in at the 1 spot. Pass to Cornette. Here's Pritchard. Lets it go with the 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Banchero's got 4 rebounds in this game. Black the pass to Anthony. Takes it from 10. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Anthony's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Magic. Celtics trail by 3. Here's Pritchard. It's to Hauser. Here's Pritchard. Fires the 3. Hands it from downtown. Pritchard's got the game tied up here for the Celtics.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Wagner comes in for Mo Wagner. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Cole Anthony. And Jalen Suggs is subbed in for Black. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on what Jamal Mosley was going over with his team. Coach was really hyping up his guys. He told them, this is what it's all about, fellas. You're in this spot for a reason. Go out and take this win. See if they can follow those instructions, guys.
Thanks, David.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Suggs with a screen for Caldwell Pope. Pass to Banchero. From deep three-point territory. Another miss by Orlando.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Tatum, and it goes down 2 points. That's now 8 points for Jason Tatum.
Well, you know who their #1 option is when they need a big bucket, and Tatum rarely disappoints.
Now, here's Banchero. A minute 42 left in the fourth. Here's Wagner. It falls for his fifth field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Well, no surprise, Wagner is becoming a guy they can go to in big spots.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. The lead is 2. Shot from free throw range. It's hauled in by the Magic.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Now, here's Banchero. Jason Tatum missing his last shot.
And all eyes on Banchero here. They want to see how he handles some intense pressure.
At the line for Orlando.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 1. Both free throws good from Banchero.
Well, that's what you expect from him in this situation.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And it's in there. Tatum's got 4 this quarter.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
And Carroll outside. Pass to Suggs. Carter with the screen on Hubble. Suggs with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Suggs against Holiday. Launches it from deep. The Magic again can't hit. Here's the Celtics with the ball. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page.
We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Brown against Suggs. Banchero, a screen on Brown. Now, here's Suggs. He's covered closely, and it's Carter missing. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And so it's Boston with it. 4-point game. And he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Great composure there. Calmly knocks them down to put this game out of reach.
So it's the Celtics picking up the win. And they've edged in front in the series after an outstanding performance here in Game 3.
Kevin, it sure was. When teams split the first 2 games of a series, Game 3 means everything. They're going into Game 4 now, riding that high after this win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Jalen. A long season. What do you guys need to do to keep it rolling?
Just keep finding consistent rhythm with each other. Keep playing the game the right way, executing the game plan, and just do your job. It'll be fun.
You all did the job tonight, man. Congrats again on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now, our player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.